because that's what pass things out and tell us. Here I like to team fan.
No, I'm taking video, yeah,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, thank you though, I appreciate it.
Teaching is what I absolutely positively love to do. So whenever at the beginning of the year I have to do these all about me's, it seems silly because the whole entire year is how we learn about each other. You learn about my family because I tell you about them. You learn about me because I tell you about myself. Not only am I your teacher, but I also feel like we need to get to know each other. So throughout the year, when something happens, if it's something that's okay to talk about, I tend to talk about it. And you will probably do the same with me. So we'll learn a lot about each other throughout the year. We spend so much time together that by the time we get to next June, and it'll happen like that, we'll be very close. We'll know about our pets, and we'll know about our places, and we'll know about our people, because we'll write about them and we'll read about them and we'll share stories and we'll share our lives with each other over this fantastic year that we'll spend with each other. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself in this video, and just know that what you don't find out in the video, you're going to find out probably in a story that I tell, or find out in something that I write, or find out in a question, or find out in just sitting together during lunch or while we play guitar. So this is a little bit about me. Here's Mr. Pete.
So I was born in Cleveland. Well, I did grow up in McCain after I turned 7. I grew up in a town outside of Cleveland, and that town was called Avon Lake, which is right there. That building was an old movie theater that I used to go see movies in. It's not a movie theater anymore. I don't know what it is. Looks like some sort of plaza. But I used to come here and see movies as a kid, and my house is literally like that way, maybe a block and a half away. I grew up here, loved it here, always consider myself a Cleveland native. Cleveland Indians are my favorite team, but we'll get into that later. Avon Lake, Shoreman. This is my elementary school. Don't know if you can read that. It's called Westview Elementary. I did go to McCain Elementary after 2nd grade, but from kindergarten and 1st grade, I went to a school here in Cleveland, and you can kind of peek inside. That's the building. I feel like I'm kind of creeping, but same paint job. So that's my elementary school, Westview Elementary here in Avon Lake, Ohio. Pretty cool stuff. I moved to McCain. I went to McCain Elementary from 2nd grade. I went to James W. Parker Middle School. I went to General McLean High School. I went to Edinburgh University, Slippery Rock University. But when I started teaching, I moved here to North Carolina, and you can see the blue skies like up there. It's traditionally blue skies here in North Carolina. I moved here to North Carolina. I've spent my past 18 years living here. We moved here right at the beginning of 2000, and we actually love living in North Carolina, but I work here in Pennsylvania, so I do a lot of commuting back and forth. This is my house here in North Carolina. This is where I call home. It's the front of the house. I have a huge backyard, which I'll show you. We love sitting out on our back deck and taking a look at our huge back. You can see all the way back there under the tree is my pond. That whole area behind the house is completely empty, so a lot of times we'll go golfing back there. And that's my yard. We also have, like, there's my truck, but All of this is our yard too, all the way over to those arborvitaes. This is my backyard. I have fantastic crepe myrtles. You can see they still have the red flowers on them. I love my crepe myrtles, but the best part of my backyard are my kitties. Right here you'll see this is Slash, and her name is Slash because of that little white stripe. And then he just ran up. That is Bear. He's my all black cat. And there you see Sherman. We call him Tank because he's the biggest. And somewhere is Addie. She hides, but she has this cute little mustache. There she is. You can see she's already trying to get away. And there's Addie. She is our black and white cat. So these are our cats. These are our outdoor cats. We love them. They're really cute. I have two kids. My son James, my daughter Maggie. They were born in North Carolina, but this year is their first year moving to Pennsylvania and going to General McLean and James W. Parker Middle School. My son James is right here. He likes to do lots of different things. But James, how old are you?
15.
15. He had to think about that. I guess he's too old to remember how old he
Yeah.
is. And what are some things you like to do with your free time?
Play video games and
What kind of video game? Like, what's your system?
Xbox One.
Yes, Xbox. We're an Xbox One family, so those of you that have PlayStation, for shame. What else do you like to do?
Collect military stuff and antiques.
Antiques, like antique furniture?
No, like antique, like radios and cameras.
How many radios and cameras from like the 60s and 70s do you think you have?
More than I can count.
And guess who pays for them? Will there be a day where James Pete plays sports at General McLean?
Yes.
What sport?
Golf.
Yeah, he's a golfer. Pretty good golfer too. Yes, he's got the same name as me, except for his middle name. What's your middle name?
Julius.
Yeah, I can't tell him mine because that's a secret. So that's James. Now my daughter Maggie, she's actually spent a ton of time in McCain. They used to go, both my kids used to go to a year-round school, which means they had school from the beginning of July all the way to the end of June. But the cool thing about where they went to school is they got 3 weeks off every 9 weeks. So whenever it was report card time, they'd get the report card and then get 3 weeks off. And then Maggie, that's Maggie.
Hey.
Some of you have probably seen her before, kind of rolling around school. During her 3 weeks off, she often is sitting right here in McCain. Well, there in McCain since we're in North Carolina. So Maggie, how old are you?
I'm 13.
She's a teen. Yeah, I've got two teenagers. And where do you go to school now?
JW Parker Middle.
At what grade?
8th.
Yep, she's an 8th grader. You can see both of my kids are extremely talkative. They love giving one-word answers. Maggie, you do lots of different things too. What are some things you love to do?
I like to draw and horseback ride.
Yeah, she draws 90% of her day. Do you watch anything during the day?
YouTube.
Yeah, she watches a lot of YouTube. Is there anything else you'd like to tell everybody about yourself?
I mean,
Do you collect anything?
yeah.
And there you have it. Another talkative Pete kid. Don't worry, I was that quiet when I was a kid too, so there's hope for them yet, I think. My absolute favorite store to shop in is Target. You never really know what you're going to see when you're in Target. The toys are fantastic. Love the video games. Love me some Target. One of my favorite things to do when I have the time is to go to the movie theater. I love seeing movies. I love all different kinds of movies, horror movies, comedy movies. I love funny movies, cartoons, any kind of movie. I love Tinseltown. if I've got free time, chances are pretty good you're going to find me in a movie theater. It's just I rarely have the time to do it. So I get the kids, they'll force me to buy 2 or 3 tickets at a time, and sometimes we'll go spend a morning and an afternoon at the movie theater here in Raleigh, White Oak, in Pennsylvania, of course. Love going to Tinseltown. Meadville has a really cool theater too.
So I'm getting really close so that people don't hear what I'm doing, because there's a lot of people in here right now, but one of my favorite places to go and get work done for school and anything else that I do is Starbucks. I'm trying to give up coffee though, so now it's more like decaf. You don't want to see me when I've had a lot of Starbucks.
So I'm walking by Five Guys Burger and Fries, and it occurred to me how much I like Five Guys Burger and Fries, but have you ever gotten like a large fry there? It feels like a garbage bag full of fries. So the last place tonight I'm going to talk about is Lowe's Foods. I know you guys are probably used to Lowe's Home Improvement, but we have this place in Raleigh called Lowe's Foods. I love Lowe's Foods, and you're probably thinking, why, Mr. Pete, would you talk about a grocery store chain? Well, I'll show you in a second. Alright, so my wife works here. I'm coming back to see her. She's probably going to get mad at me. So this is Miss Julie. She's my wife. She's over here. And she's probably going to yell at me. Let's find out. She's smiling. This could be good. Alright, so this is my wife, Julie.
Hi.
See, she didn't yell at me. Our indoor cat, his name is Sulu, and there he is. Everybody loves Sulu. Look at him. He doesn't usually cuddle with me. Usually cuddles with James and Maggie, my wife. But usually the night before we go home to Erie, he always finds me and sleeps on my lap. So, of course, tomorrow we're leaving to come home to McCain, and there he is, sound asleep, with his little praying hands right there. So there you go, that's Sulu. He's apparently not even going to open his eyes, but a lot of people think he looks like an alien. I guess he kind of does. I would consider myself a dog person first. I've had dogs since I was born, mostly schnauzers. Like Ava, my 2 dogs, you can kind of see them back there on my deck. Ava, Penny. Here comes Ava. Here's Ava. Come here, Ava, come here. Come here. Oh. Hi. What are you doing? Yeah, she likes to give feather kisses. See? She's my miniature schnauzer. And then, Penny. 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 And that's Tin Ears back there, Penny. 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 Come here, Penny. She's busy scarfing up little bits of dog food off the deck. Now see how big she is? The little pieces of food are like that big. Oh, okay. Now she gives big kisses. She gives big kisses. She also doesn't like getting put in a headlock, I guess. So those are my 2 dogs. Okay, so I love pizza, the best pizza in the world. Most people say it's John Wildwood's, and Wildwood's is great. Don't get me wrong, I've been eating Wildwood since I was a little kid, but the best pizza to me, McCain Pizza.
I was gonna say, she just finished being a junior. Do you happen to need the book at all?
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it. I like to move it, move it.
Okay, I love to run, but probably shouldn't do it in sandals and your work clothes and in the dark and all of that. So I do love to run, but maybe not like this. So there's this flea market that's right down the street in this real old-timey building. The kids and I, when we went to school in downtown Raleigh, every day after school we used to stop and go to this flea market. I'm gonna show it to you now. It's this fantastic building that has all these crazy old stuff from when I was a kid. All right, here it is.